Am I too short? There. You ready for the time? Okay. Shopping takes on a whole new meaning when you're in the middle of combat. It was 2003. I was a young Army lieutenant staged in Kuwait preparing to invade Iraq with the 3rd Infantry Division. And they told me that I would have the additional duty of being a purchasing agent. This is essentially what I call a combat shopper. As a woman, I was excited to do this job. If my country needed for me to shop, then damn it, I would shop and I would make my country proud. Now, when most women prepare for a major shopping trip, they may do things like put a lot of coupons in their purse and wear some comfortable shoes and pack some snacks. Well, I too needed to prepare for my major shopping trip. Prepare for things like bombs and bullets and no economic infrastructure. So instead of American Express, the Army handed me $10,000 cash. And they said, make sure that you have receipts for all of your purchases. When you're finished spending all of your money, come back for more, and we have an unlimited supply. They also told me that if I lost the money, they would deduct it directly out of my paycheck. So I needed a secure place to put this wad of cash. I left my purse at home because it didn't match my camouflage bulletproof accessories. And it was way too big to stuff inside my bra. So I stuck it inside my cargo pocket. I literally invaded Iraq with $10,000 cash in my pocket. And the invasion for me basically consisted of a 500-mile drive from northern Kuwait up to Baghdad over the span of about 3 weeks. And I had about 3 showers during that time frame. But I made sure to change my underwear as often as I could because you know that whole saying, don't be caught dead in the middle of an accident with dirty underwear? Well, when you're invading a country, your chances of being caught dead with dirty underwear are actually quite high. So we settled in Baghdad, and surprisingly, life eventually became pretty boring. I was a human resources manager, and most of my days consisted of filling out spreadsheets and working out. So thank goodness I had these shopping trips to break up the monotony. For our first trip into town, we had some special forces soldiers escort us because we had no idea what kind of danger we would encounter. But once we got to the marketplace, we realized that the locals were completely fascinated with the presence of American soldiers, and they were especially enamored with me. I didn't have to worry about these people trying to kill me. They wanted to fuck me. Even the teenage boys came up to me and they're like, when are you and me gonna make some babies? So I told them, hold your horses, focus on your grades, because an American education is far more valuable than an American wife. And once I was able to shoo them away, we searched all of the dilapidated storefronts, looking for our supplies that we had to buy. My shopping list was basically computer parts, cleaning supplies, air conditioners, you name it. And luckily, we found some really reputable merchants, Moyad and Mohammed. And Moyad and Mohammed turned out to be a godsend. They were able to find everything on my list. If they didn't have it, if their friends didn't have it, heck, if the country of Iraq didn't have it, they'd get in their car and drive on over to Jordan and get me what I needed. Clearly, they were really bored as well and looked for any opportunity to do something fun. So I was always able to go back to the base with everything crossed off my shopping list, and this piece of scrap paper with some Arabic scribble written all over it, that served as a legitimate receipt. The Army accepted these receipts. So my boss got a little creative. He's like, hey, let's improve our living conditions a little bit. And he had a basketball court installed right outside our area, and he told me to tell the Army that it was a shower. And I did, and they believed me. I even spent a ton of cash going over to the Halliburton dining facility that they had built literally on top of our shithole, and I bought some nice juicy steaks and we had a great barbecue. In total, I spent about $80,000 in combat. And while I didn't come home with any valorous awards or any acts of heroism, I did come home with some very rich memories of Baghdad and the wonderful people. And I also came home to a really fat checking account. Because while in a combat zone you don't pay taxes on the Iraqi goods, you also don't have to pay taxes on your income. So by making it home in one piece, I celebrated in fashion to a good old shopping spree. And I bought myself a really nice gas-guzzling SUV, but I was a little afraid to drive it because gas had gone up to $1.35 a gallon. Thank you.